Hello and welcome back to Stoney-ole. This is just a quick update to show you what I've been up to in the last couple of months. I hope you find it enjoyable. See you. So when I went to Worley, I met Craig from Keep It Rusty and he had a stand there. And the building he had on his stall was absolutely beautiful. There's no other way of putting it. The best building I've ever seen. So I started chatting to him and asking him if he did it in N-gauge, which unfortunately he doesn't. It's a HO00 kit that he's created. It's the first kit he's made, and he's made it with loads and loads of different techniques. I came home and had to think about it and thought, you know what, I'm going to buy it, even though it's the wrong scale, just to learn how he's done things in the hope I can scale it down. So it arrived in this lovely box, very nicely presented, very high quality box. Inside there was 2 pieces of paper, but in the course of rummaging through it, I've you know, as you do, you lose them. And inside it you have individually labelled bags that are all colour coordinated for their bits of wood, several different bags. In here is a 3D printed building walls. I've not unwrapped it yet because I haven't hit that stage of the build. In fact, I've not even started the build, but I'm going to try and leave it wrapped up so it doesn't get damaged. Clearly labelled hardware bag. More wooden parts and cardboard parts. The people I paid extra for, but he's 3D printed them. I mean, I don't have a supply of 00 gauge people, so I thought they may as well come with a kit to be specific to the industry that it was created for. It's got this. Again, haven't opened this, but 3D printed details. On the model there was pigeons, there was sacks of bits, there was bottles, there was all sorts of things. I didn't want to open it and lose them all before I needed them, so they're still sealed, but again, nicely sealed, high quality. You can tell there's been a lot of care and attention gone into this kit. Mill, engine and pulleys. I did open this one, it's a bit easier to open. All 3D printed. And then you get on to the instruction manual, and wow, what an instruction manual this is. It has high quality paper, it's professionally bound, and you get into like pages and pages of highly detailed instructions with pictures, like front few pages have recommended equipment, so things he's used to get the finish he's got. I mean, clearly you don't have to do that, but you know, I'm wanting to learn, so I'm going to try and follow it as much as I can to the letter. Then in the box there is also a list of where everything is, which is highly useful. It's not in with the instructions, so you can line it up next to the boards and cut them out and know exactly where's what, and you don't have to try and guess. There is also templates, which I'm assuming will help you position things. So yes, I'm really impressed with this kit so far. Then in the bottom we've got, oh, if I can pick it up, it doesn't want to pick up, more bits, all nice laser cut, all very high quality. More bits, if I can get it out. And there's roof tiles, more roof tiles, and some grey crepe papery type stuff. Paper is probably not the right word, but you know, very thin papery stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how that all comes together. I have contacted Craig and asked about different paints when it was set, and from the conversations I've had with him over Facebook, he answers any questions within a day easily. He's very informative, clearly loves his product, so I think this is going to be a real pleasure to build. So I have just pulled out all the wood that is needed for chapter 1, and I have grained it, so emphasize the grains using the techniques in the manual. And then I have stained it with oil paint, which I've never used before, but have been assured that if I leave it to dry for an hour or two, up to overnight, and then give it a rub, the excess paint will come off. So we shall wait and see how that goes. Right, so this is the strip wood after I have rubbed off the excess oil paint. It looks a lot nicer. You can actually see the colours and the grain, which is the whole point. I have followed the next few steps to create the sidewalls for the storage barn. I think they've turned out quite, I like the detail, I like the texture of it. It's all very fiddly, even in HO00 scale. I'm glad I'm not doing it in N gauge, particularly as the window's made up of 6 parts and then 2 little bits of acetate. But I just love the detail. The window's been made to look mucky by spraying matte varnish on it, which I think does a really good job of showing the dirt. So I shall move on to the next part. So I have been busy doing some rock work. I've raised and levelled this bit and the far corner, so that hopefully it's flatter, so I can get my farm area up here, and over there maybe just a little cottage or something. I've also put stone all along this edge. Oh, random bits in the way, sorry, I had to move stuff to get everything on. And today I have been playing with tunnel mouths. That's the third effort. The first one didn't have the bit in the middle, it was just straight across and down, it looked a bit daft. The second one, the holes weren't quite in the right place, and I'm just testing as to whether things get through without bashing it, which it's going through well on this side. Aim is to put rocks along this edge here as well, and I might actually do that before fitting the bridge. I mean, this is clearly just a template, but I'm hoping I'll be able to just lift it up, because there's the servo under there and I don't want it to be forever underneath the bridge, so that if it ever fails I can't replace it. So the bridge kind of needs to lift out, so it's just wedged behind this bit of stone here. I'm kind of hoping to do the same on the other side. so that it just lifts out. So I have painted the rock work that I had done. It matches in with the other lot really well. I did have to go back and look at the previous video to make sure I had the right colours and paint. Sorry, I'm just trying to avoid the trees on this side. We've just literally finished cleaning the track so we can get some trains running. I want to paint all around those rocks in the same brown before I can then do anything else, because it looks a bit messy with all the paint runs. But we'll put some of this kiddie brown paint on and it'll then define the rocks a bit more. But I'm pleased with them. I think they're matching well with what was already existing. And once the track's ballasted and there's some greenery in, I think they'll look really good. Right, so I've done some more ballasting, just little bits. You can see where it just changes colour. Gets darker over here. It is all set, but it was a new bottle of track ballast glue. I'm not convinced it's the same recipe. I used the WWS track ballast glue, and I have a feeling last time it was kind of a bluey colour and soaked in really well. And I didn't have any bother with it, but this new bottle, for whatever reason, is white, and I find it sits on top of the track and then dries clear, but doesn't kind of soak through very well. You can see there's like little holes in it that I need to go back over and do it. And here's where the glue's sat on top of the track and has dried shiny. I'm hoping some weathering will sort that. And I did this section here. Oh. So, and that's got a big hole there where the glue hasn't soaked in. And again, it's really quite shiny in places. I don't know if that's picking up on the camera or not. But it's getting there. I'm just giving some trains a run. We have this 67 running round, and then this 60 is in doing its running in. The bridge is still a work in progress. I feel like it possibly needs a little bit of tweaking to get the holes in the right place, but you know, it's always time later on. you enjoyed that, and hopefully I shall get another update done soon. I hope you all take care, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.